forecast first. Sponsored by Matax Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us late on your Friday night. The core of our day, not too bad. High pressure was developing, brought out that sunshine yet again, and some warmer temperatures into the 90s. But now we are shifting our attention from those temperatures now to the precipitation. There was some severe thunderstorm warnings out, but they have since expired for all of our viewing area. But now we are just seeing a few storms start to move their way, but mainly into our northern counties. The rest of us, maybe just a few sprinkles. Here's another look at our satellite and radar. Again, still mainly up north is where the big threat is. The rest of us will start to weaken with those storms moving on south. But temperatures still tonight very warm into the 70s and really still hanging on into the 80s in some areas. So 80 in Mattoon, 80 in Paris, also in Danville, 83 in Petersburg, 79 in Champaign. And we are staying on the warmer side, only dipping down into the low 70s throughout the night, but lots of storms to talk about in this 7-day forecast. I will be tracking all of this precipitation coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
No business or family should ever have to endure the horrific and senseless action that took place today.
2 are dead. 1 woman is critical. Investigators are still trying to find out why.
We are hitting the ground running.
Plus, 1 group is trying to end violence in its community. What's being done in the neighborhoods that need help. And restaurants open for indoor dining today, why some aren't opening their doors.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
To the Bunn family and all the families impacted by this horrific tragedy, we pray that you find healing strength in knowing our community supports you.
2 people are dead and another in critical condition after a co-worker shot them at a plant in Springfield. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. Police say a man shot his co-workers at Bunomatic. He was later found in Morgan County after turning a gun on himself. WCIA 3's Gabrielle Franklin explains how it all unfolded.
Today is a tragic and incredibly sad day in Springfield. No city, no mayor, no business or family should ever have to endure the horrific and senseless action that took place today.
Police are looking into what drove 48-year-old Michael Collins to shoot 3 of his co-workers at the Bunomatic warehouse in Springfield. 2 of the fellow employees died. 1 is in critical condition at a hospital.
Today has been one of the roughest days of my career. Having dealt with homicides over the years, they're all tough. But when somebody just goes to work to earn a paycheck, to support their family, and something like this occurs, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
Police say Collins shot 1 co-worker in the Bunn parking lot. The others were struck inside the building. They say they responded to the shots fired call about a minute after they received it, but Collins was already gone once they arrived.
Preliminary investigation reveals the suspect, who was located in Morgan County, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The suspect had a valid FOID card. 2 handguns were found in his vehicle.
Collins and the victims all went to work in the welding area of the company around 7 Friday morning, leaving company leaders stunned.
We just want to wish our very best to the victims' families and to all of our employees. We certainly will be there with every bit of support possible, and we'll do everything we can to help all of them through this crisis.
Reporting in Springfield, Gabrielle Franklin.
Police are still trying to determine a motive behind the shooting. Many of the employees on the Bunomatic campus, when that shooting happened, ran, some to nearby businesses to get away from the danger. WCIA 3's Cole Hankey has more.
Once police got control of the scene, they started to transport the Bunomatic employees here to Magro's grocery store right down the street from the warehouse. But before then, the employees were on their own, evacuating the building, not knowing what to do. Some fled to the gas station across the street, and workers there said it was clear that they were all scared and confused.
They were even telling us, like, oh man, I was there when it happened. Like, oh, I saw the shots, I heard it, I had to get out of there, They were all freaked, they were all spooked.
It took a couple of hours before police confirmed that their lone suspect was dead, and residents in the area were left wondering if he was still there after the shooting.
It was scary because you knew that the guy was still at large, so you didn't know where he was, if he was going to come over here, or whatever. You didn't know if he was one of our regulars. Had no idea if he stopped in here before he went in there. We don't know.
It was here at Magro's that those employees were finally able to reunite with their family members who had been left searching for hours for any sort of information to confirm that their loved ones were okay. Reporting in Springfield, I'm Cole Hankey, WCIA3, your local news leader.
For the latest updates from investigators as well as local reaction, head to WCIA.com. A former Danville man was sentenced to 24 years in prison after he pleaded guilty to first-degree murder today. Christopher Condon stabbed Jay Hine to death 2 years ago on Valentine's Day. The two had an argument at Hine's home where he stabbed him several times. He was found after a neighbor found smoke coming from the house, and crews had to put out the fire. An Amazon driver is accusing a man of assaulting her while making a delivery. 30-year-old Shannon Earhart of Urbana was charged with a hate crime today. On Sunday afternoon, a black woman who works for Amazon was dropping off packages near the Laurel Trailer Park. She says two people yelled at her to slow down. She called police to report this man, Shannon Earhart, assaulted her by running after her van, punching and kicking it. She told investigators he opened the van door, yelled at her in reference to a race, and told her to get out of the area. Earhart was court-ordered not to have any contact with that woman. If convicted, he could face anywhere from 30 months of probation up to 3 years in prison. There's a new movement starting in Champaign County to bring peace into communities to end the violence. It's a combination of free events and resources aimed at helping underserved and violence-prone neighborhoods. WCIA3's Jennifer Jensen has the story.
40 Days of Peace and Nonviolence is a project started by black activists in Champaign. HV Neighborhood Transformation organized this program with the goal to bring people together and strengthen the bond of people in CU. Volunteers will go into communities they've noticed need help, like Douglas Park, Garden Hills, and many more in the next 40 days. This time will be spent sharing information with people about resources to vote, peace walks, neighborhood barbecues, and poetry slams. They're hoping this will unite people rather than resorting to violence.
We have trauma seminars on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that's for children as well as adults, for men, women, and then we have Fun Fridays where we do different things on Fridays. Saturdays are block parties, and so we are hitting the ground running.
This weekend, volunteers will start knocking on doors in neighborhoods to tell people about the project and invite them out to their events. Reporting, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA3, your local news leader.
The group plans to continue this project into the future. After the first 40 days, they'll start it up again. State police responded to a serious crash tonight. It happened on I-57 South near Paxton. Troopers say one car was involved. No word how it happened or how badly anyone was hurt, but the car ended up in the grass along the side of the interstate. Traffic was reduced to one lane while crews were at the scene. A fire in Macon County severely damaged a building and destroyed a car tonight. It happened at a building along Twin Bridge Road near US 36 around 7:30. Our partners at the Herald and Review say thick smoke was visible in the area, and at one point flames were seen coming from the roof. Firefighters from Long Creek and Mount Zion were called to the scene. No word yet on a cause or if anyone was hurt. And no one was hurt after a fire in a mobile home spread to another home and RV. It happened on North 30th Street in Springfield. Firefighters say it took about 30 minutes to contain. No word on what caused it. The Champaign County Sheriff's Office announced an off-duty deputy died yesterday from what they believe was a medical issue. 22-year-old Taylor Briggs joined the Sheriff's Office in September. Their initial investigation shows he may have been exercising. Sheriff Dustin Harmon says his squad car will be parked in front of their office as a memorial. New at 10, a hospital is improving a life-saving test for its patients by making it more comfortable. Employees at Carl Richland Memorial Hospital raised $5,000 to purchase Bella blankets. They've been using them for about 7 years. They're used for patients who need a mammogram. One employee we spoke to explains how the hospital uses those blankets.
The Bella blanket, it looks like a large sticker, and before the patient comes in the room, we put it on the detector, and it provides comfort for the patient it provides a grip, so when the technologist positions the breast, it does not slip back when we release our hands from the breast.
The blankets are soft and disposable. Carl Richland Memorial Hospital says it wanted to make the experience for patients as comfortable as possible. People got to see the inside of a gym for the first time in months today, but you'll need more equipment than just your shoes and a towel when you go. Plus, indoor dining is back for restaurants, but some are keeping people outside. And COVID-19 pushed the Indy 500 back a few months, but fans will get the chance to see it in person.